the Flyers hockey team, who we were going to have on the show earlier this semester, but you were also not feeling well.
Correct.
So the sicknesses all around have been healed, and we're all good. We're back up to 100%.
Nice.
Which is good to have you in, get to know you a little bit more.
Yeah, thank you for having me on.
Of course. And one question before we start. How mic'd up are you right now?
Oh, I'm pretty mic'd up right now. I'm super mic'd up. Got me? You got me?
Oh, we got you.
All right, loud and clear.
Loud and clear.
Nice.
We always like to find a fun way to open the interviews, kind of break the ice. And when we were planning your episode, the first place that our mind went to was your Instagram page. And just kind of
symphony right now.
So,
that you brought that up.
You have the Jack Eats Out page.
Yeah.
Just give the whoever's listening just kind of a basic rundown, kind of like an elevator pitch of what the page is.
So I used to be off all social media just because I wasn't really about it. And I lived in Texas for a while, and I was always going out to eat with my cousins and stuff because obviously, like in the South, there's delicious places to eat everywhere you go. So,
sure.
They are like obsessed with photography, so they'd always take pictures of me while I'm like mid-bite.
Okay.
And then we just kind of like randomly came up with the idea late at night just to make an Instagram page, like kind of like a sarcastic Instagram page to like all those Insta famous people.
Sure.
So I like to jokingly say that like I'm baited, I'm Insta famous, but obviously I'm very far from that.
So is that the only social media you have?
It is, yeah.
It is just Jack Eats Out.
Yeah, I've got a YouTube page, but that's,
you do?
I mean, I don't like make videos though.
Got it. Okay.
I subscribe to things.
Got it. Okay. So for your page, what determines if food is worthy of a post?
So it's kind of got to be either super cliche or a little unique.
Okay.
Like I've only seen like a fried chicken po' boy on like one menu that I've ever been a part of.
Got
it. I actually just took that picture the other day, so that'll be making it on here pretty soon. Yeah. Trying to think of what else. It also just kind of depends on the picture quality. If it's super good, then I don't really care what the food is, as long as it looks good in it.
Sure.
Mid-bite.
Sure. We went on the Marion trip with you guys, and we went to B-Dubs. And Justin got his chicken sandwich, and he tried to recreate the pose. Did it work?
I didn't see it.
I
didn't see it, but
you didn't see it.
I don't think an actual picture was taken. I think he was just posing for one.
I think he was just going for it. Yeah.
That might have been it. Yeah.
I think
actually, you know
it.
what? I do remember him. He was like, "Is this it? Do I have the face?" And honestly, he was pretty close.
Because the face is a big part of it as well.
It is. Yeah. You know, it takes a couple extra shots.
Sure.
Sometimes a little bit of drool will happen from sitting there for a moment in time, frozen. But yeah. I think Justin did a pretty good job. I'm proud of that guy.
There you go. Yeah, Justin, if you're listening, A+ from the picture.
Yeah.
The stamp of approval from the man himself. Getting into hockey questions. How old were you when you started playing, and what kind of influenced you to start playing hockey?
So I actually started playing when I was like 10, right when I got into sixth grade, so like 10, 11. I was never too into it. My brother and one of my buddies played growing up, and I always would like make fun of them because I thought it was such a silly sport. And then they just like told me that I didn't like it because I couldn't skate. So then I started going out and like going to stick and puck and stuff with them. So that kind of got me into it. And funny enough, I was the only one that like really took like a big jump into it. Like I was all in. Like they played, like I played with them growing up and stuff. But I think I took it the most serious out of all three of us.
Okay.
Which was kind of funny. But yeah, I was the only one that continued playing.
Sure.
So.
Throughout your career, what made you want to continue to play hockey?
I think just building the overall camaraderie and of like just all the friends and stuff that I met along the way. On top of that, too, I think the biggest thing that I noticed was it established a really good work ethic, whether it's on the ice or off the ice or at work or at home or school and stuff. So I think that was a huge influence, and I just thought like if after my first year it's already had this big of an impact, I wonder what it'll be like if I'm still playing in 10 years. So.
Sure. Any player that you model your play style after?
I've always chose Sidney Crosby.
Okay.
I've always been really fascinated by his game. I know a lot of people make fun of him and they say that he's soft and stuff.
Sure.
For like, taking hits and going down all the time. But I've never really seen it that way. I mean, every player gets hit. Every player is different when they get hit. So I've just always been really fascinated by how well he moves the puck and his vision and just his overall career. I mean, as a young guy, he's really been super influential to a lot of younger players too. Yeah. So I'd say definitely Sidney Crosby.
Sure. Is there anything specific you had to give up in order to play hockey throughout your career?
Not necessarily. I wrestled in like middle school. That was pretty much it. I've always been interested in that stuff, but that's kind of like similar season.
Sure.
But but I was way more keen on hockey than I was like
Okay.
wrestling or golf or anything like that. So, especially because hockey is like year round, so it's
Sure.
tough to, maneuver in other sports. So, but I think not necessarily. I think it was just kind of the only sport that I really stuck around with.
What was it really about hockey? Was it kind of like the speed, the pace, or was it just?
Yeah,
You-
definitely. The pace of it was a big eye opener for me because like after playing hockey, it was I couldn't watch like basketball or football or anything really. So,
Sure.
which is actually I love the pace of hockey. It's so fast, and you're
Mm-hmm.
always thinking and looking around. You're just on high alert. But I can also watch golf,
Really?
which
Okay.
is like weird because it's
The opposite extreme almost.
completely polar.
Yeah.
Yeah. So
Interesting.
yeah.
There's a big connection between golf and hockey though. In the
Yeah.
whole,
Yeah.
in the hockey community, you see a ton of hockey players that
Totally.
are golfers. We had a conversation about golf with Parshall and Bishop
Yep.
2 weeks ago. Yeah.
Mhm.
What is your current number, and does it hold any special meaning?
Current number is 86. It does hold a pretty special meaning to me. My dad's lifelong friend growing up. He was a really good hockey player. He's pretty successful. He made it all the way up to like a farmer's team for I think the Devils maybe, but
Okay.
he wore number 86. And I remember when I was a kid, he gave me these gloves that he wore during like tryouts and like preseason and stuff. So he gave me those gloves, and I had 86 on it. So I always liked that number.
Sure.
That was my second choice number, though, to be honest with you. I chose
Okay.
17 originally because my brother wore it when he got me into hockey, so I've always modeled after that. But then I came to find out Eric was wearing it, so
Sure.
I wasn't able to
Had
get
to go
that
with
one.
86. You
Yeah.
were skating around in what we call the mysterious 58 for a little bit at the beginning of the season as
Was,
well,
yeah.
which was always a great mystery
Yeah.
when we would call the games of who's in 58
Yeah.
today,
Yeah,
which kept us on our toes.
nice.
Do you have any nicknames that the guys call you?
Not really, just like your typical, like every hockey player calls you by your last name.
Sure.
When you have first names in the locker room. So,
Sure.
yeah, just Darcy or Darce or something like that.
Got it. Although you've been only on the team for this one season, what role do you think you've played on the team, both on and off the ice?
I don't know. I don't know how to like kind of self-define that role. If I had to take my best guess, I kind of lighten the mood a lot.
Okay.
I'd like to try and I don't know, keep it light and funny.
Sure.
But at the same time, if you tell me to do something, I'll do it. So I know when to grind and when to try and take care of business. So
Sure.
just kind of balance a little bit.
Mm-hmm. Do you have any pregame rituals?
Kind of. So we did. So all of us just played that game Sewer, where it's just like 2-touch with a soccer ball.
Sure.
So I always make sure I play that for like X amount of time before the game.
Okay.
But then I also have just like a certain rotation of stretching that I do before we do
Okay.
our team warm up. So
Sure.
just getting loose basically.
Nothing-
Yeah, nothing
Too structured.
Yeah,
Not
nothing
like
We had
Colton's
structured.
gum chewing.
Yeah, we had
routine.
Yeah, right.
we had Colton on earlier, and he went through his whole gum chewing routine.
Yeah.
That was
Or David's blessing of the pads.
David's blushing on the pads. Yeah.
I always watch it. It's really funny to watch.
the gum chewing routine. I think I got lost halfway through because he went through it all, and I'm like,
He gave
where?
us times and
Yeah, I'm like, where are we?
locations.
You
I
know?
never even noticed. Everyone chews double bubble in the locker room, but I don't know if
Supposedly Colton goes through what, like 5 sticks,
5-6 every game.
five sticks every game, and each like piece of gum like symbolizes a different point in the warm up. Which I don't know. I guess if it helps you get locked in,
Yeah, I mean,
whatever works.
Yeah, sometimes I don't know if it's just like a placebo effect or what.
Yeah,
but,
who knows?
yeah, sometimes it'll die in just enough. So.
Yeah. Do you have any rituals for in between periods when you're in the locker room? Kind of keep you locked in.
Not necessarily. I guess I don't know if it's just out of habit. I always sit with my arms like on my knees and my hands, like kind of like how I'm doing now, but I'm like hunched over,
Okay.
and I'm always just staring at the ground.
Okay.
At like one spot. I'm listening, I'm talking, but like
Sure.
that's pretty much about it. I just try to focus on the game as much
Sure.
as possible.
Equipment wise, you keep it on, take stuff off.
I always pretty much keep it on for the
Keep it
most
on?
part. Yeah,
Okay.
if I'm like super hot for some reason, like I remember one time I took pre-workout before a game, and I never do that, but I was super tired, and I was like came in the locker room and I just was like boiling hot, so I was like I gotta take off like my jersey and
Got it.
stuff. Yeah.
What's your favorite song or let's say genre to listen to before a game?
You know what? It's kind of funny you just said that because I was thinking, what if they asked me about what music I listen to? I like to listen to like classical music, like
Okay.
like Beethoven and stuff. I don't know
Okay.
why, like the rhythm and the cadence, just kind of like.
Sure.
I guess I could go back to that ritual thing. Like always, we'll start off with, I don't know, like hip hop or rap, and then once I'm stretching, like it's like classical music.
Okay.
And then once I'm in the locker room, usually guys will have the speakers on anyway,
Sure.
so I usually just listen to whatever they
Just
got
whatever
going.
that is.
Yeah.
Okay.
But it's a pretty wide variety
Got
for
it.
the most part.
That seems like the general consensus of guys.
Yeah.
Kind of having that rotation they go through
Yeah.
during warm-ups, which makes sense. If you could play another sport, let's say on the collegiate level,
Yeah.
what would it be?
Oh man, I don't know. Maybe football, just because there's so much hype around football.
Okay.
Like playing in front of thousands and thousands of fans just looks
Sure.
really fun. But I've also been I've been really big into golf.
Okay.
So maybe golf too. But I'd say probably like football would be first.
Did you play football growing up? Or?
I didn't. I played like Pop Warner.
Sure.
When I was in like second grade,
Sure.
I was okay at it. But I just wasn't that into it. I was more into like action sports and stuff. I was
Okay.
like growing up like wakeboarding and surfing and
Oh, wow.
stuff
Okay.
like that. So
Sure.
yeah.
What is the most important lesson you've learned from hockey?
Probably accountability. You can't really wave off your mistakes on other guys on the ice. So I like to try and reiterate that just in my day-to-day life. If I
Sure.
do something, I just try to own it.
Sure. What team bonding activities do you guys all have that take place, either preseason, during the season?
I guess during season, honestly, it's just getting to the rink early and everybody's playing sewer. Like whether we're doing good or bad, we're all just out there talking, having a good time. That's
Sure.
just over time. It's just gonna build team chemistry and stuff. Just hanging out with each other.
Sure.
Sometimes after road games, we'll all go back to like Partial and Ernie and Made's apartment. We'll all just hang out there and
Okay.
just have a good time.
Sure.
But yeah, really just for the most part, just hanging out. I actually wasn't on the team before the season started because I kind of last minute decided whether or not I was going to come to Lewis or what I was going to do. So
Mhm.
I joined late, but I've heard Hell Week is like the biggest part of the team bonding experience.
Yeah.
So I'm kind of excited to go through that next season.
Yeah, you'll get to go through it for the first
yeah,
time.
I know. So I'm pretty
There you
amped
go.
up about that.
That'll be kind of like the grand initiation.
Correct. Yeah.
Kind of a
Yeah.
season late, but better late than never.
Right. Yeah.
What do you think is your best skill as a player?
As a player, probably talking. I'm always kind of talking when I'm on the ice, or like my vision. I try to
Sure.
look more than I try to like shoot and stuff. So I think,
Sure.
probably trying to just be a team player.
You talked about the talking. We had you mic'd up for warm-ups of the second Marion game, and we had some absolute gold from that.
I know. I bet you did.
That was a hilarious clip that we had. That was
Awesome.
some great content. So we're definitely glad.
I'm looking forward to hearing that.
We're gonna have to do some more of your teammates on that next season.
So much fun.
Hopefully, we can get a guy every warm-up before every game.
That would
That
be
would be
awesome.
great. 'Cause just kind of rotate through the lineup.
Can we somehow mic me up during a game?
See, the thing with miking it, okay, that would be. Okay,
We would need to get a
first
mic that
of-
we can just trash.
we would need a mic that we could trash.
On it. I will fund it.
And then I assume we would need clearance from the league or from the officials. That would be the big thing.
That
getting around.
makes. I didn't.
And then
think about
finding
that.
some like really secure way to attach
Keep
it to
that
your
on there,
patch.
yeah.
Because I remember when I mic'd you up, I think I just kind of wedged it between two pieces of padding
I think so. Yeah.
on your shorts.
Yeah.
Because I think when I mic'd up Ernie, there was like a little loop that I could attach it to.
Yes.
But I don't think there was anything I could find on yours.
No.
So we would need to find some way to probably put it on like the back of your shoulder pads.
Yeah.
Something like that. I
Yeah.
don't know if there's a way we could do it
We're doing
and
it.
keep it protected.
Then we are doing it.
It would be totally doable. That would be great. That could get even better stuff.
Oh, that'd be so.
Just all
we had
the.
to cut out some stuff.
I was gonna say we'd have to do a little bit of censoring, but we could work around it. I hopefully.
I think Partial said if we kept it in there, he would be arrested for something.
yeah. Partial reiterated that many times on the road trip as well when we were filming, especially with his quick trip
trip.
run that we got.
Yes. Loves quick trip.
Yeah, of course. If you could have one skill from a teammate, what skill would it be, and from who?
Oh man. Honestly, probably Bishop. He's got just an absolutely lethal shot. It's crazy. I just remember like one time in practice, I was just kind of I was off to the side watching, but there was just no room to get this puck to go in the net at all. I mean, Justin was standing. I don't know if Justin or Colton, or actually it might have been like a drop-in guy, but there was just no room, and somehow he put that thing like right under his elbow and it went far down. It was just nuts.
We've heard that from both goalies as well, that Zach just had a way to to just find the back of the net.
No, it's so quick. She's just such a quick
Yeah,
release.
we also heard from Justin about how Zach got contacts midway through the season.
I was just going to say his contacts definitely
Yes.
amplified
Yeah,
the
and
level
then
of intensity for
we
his
had him
shot.
on 2 weeks ago, and hearing the whole contact story was hilarious.
Yeah.
Because he said that like the post was moving.
Yes, he
Which
said like
I
he
don't
would
get how
just-
you could play like that.
I have no idea.
That's insane.
It's like that scene in Rocky when he's fighting the guy. Yeah, he's like, just hit the middle one. I guess that's all you have to aim for Zach.
Yeah, I guess so. Whatever works. Some more lighthearted questions. If you could have a player card in the NHL video game series, what would your highest rating be?
Comedy.
Comedy? You're gonna put comedy on your card?
Yeah.
I could see that. Yeah, for sure. After traveling on the road trip to Marion, yeah.
Yeah, not much. I want no more. Not many hockey attributes on that card. I don't think.
If you could play for an NHL team, who would you play for?
I think I would definitely play for the Penguins. Just
Penguins?
solely going back to that. That Crosby's probably my biggest influence of a player. So it'd just be nice to be under his wing and see, like the type of influence that he would have on me.
Sure. Well, what NHL team do you follow, if any?
Actually, since I started playing, I don't really follow it as much, which is kind of funny. But I like the Golden Knights a lot.
Nice.
It's a big team that I like to watch.
Good choice. Good choice.
I think it also goes kind of like player by player. I love watching the Oilers because Connor McDavid obviously is just so fast and just kind of fun to watch. So, but just overall, just watch them all like as much as I can. But I don't keep up religiously with them.
Got it. What is the strangest thing you've seen happen on the ice?
Strangest thing on the ice?
Yeah, kind of like your hockey oddity.
Oh, man. I remember one time we were playing, it was like in-house. It was my first year, and my brother used to wear basketball shorts under his pants.
Okay.
And he'd have his phone in there because our phones always used to get stolen out of the locker rooms. So I would just leave mine in my mom's car, and then he would like leave his in his basketball.
You play with it in his pocket?
Yeah. So it fell out and it was on the ice, and then he, like put it back in there, and then I think he blocked a shot, and it like shattered the phone screen.
Oh
like,
my gosh!
Yeah. So that's probably the biggest.
What a story!
Yeah.
Was that the last time that the phone went in the pocket?
Yeah, definitely. I don't think I'd ever in there ever again.
What is something interesting about you that people may not know?
I don't know. I don't know.
Some pretty
Like
interesting
like a
answers.
hidden talent or play any instruments?
I do play. I can play guitar a little bit.
Okay.
And harmonica.
Harmonica.
We'll add 'em to the
Okay.
band.
Yeah, we have found throughout the show that we can make a full Lewis hockey band.
We're starting a hockey band.
We have Pickle on drums.
I always jokingly tell Dave, I said, let's quit this and just hit the road.
we got Pickle on drums.
Colton and Justin playing guitar and Dylan singing.
And partial singing, and we can throw you on the harmonica.
If you guys are listening out there, guess we'll drop out tomorrow.
Exactly, yeah.
We have an editing suite
Put out
back
the album,
there.
yeah.
Perfect.
Yeah, we could
Nice.
record it right here in the first Lewis hockey album.
There we go.
There you
Debut.
go. You could listen to your own music during warm-ups.
That would be perfect.
What order do you put your equipment on? Left, right, socks before pants, pants before skates, or
left, right. So I go jock, socks, and then, this is weird, but I used to wear a girdle. Now I wear like just regular like pullover pants.
Okay.
But so I go jock, socks, left skate, right skate, and then like left shin guard, right shin guard. And then I put my pants on, but I've cut my pants pretty bad from like having my skates on.
Sure.
But it's just like I'm not gonna put my pants
break the
on
habit.
first. Yeah. So.
Got it. We've heard from a lot of guys that it's always pants before skates, except for Partial because he wears the girdle.
Yeah.
You're the first to say that you do sock or skates before pants.
Yeah, cool. Because I used to wear a girdle and it was
Sure.
nice, but now it's like I can't not like do that same way as if I still had a girdle.
What made the swap from the girdle to the pants?
There's not as much protection on girdles. Every once in a while I
Okay.
got hit like right in the inner thigh by my knee. It was just like so painful.
Sure.
So I guess I was just under this. I don't know if it's like just me getting in my own head or what, but like the fact that there's just nylon like covering the pads, like maybe that's extra protection, but I don't know.
Because the girdle that's more of like a tighter fitting pad.
Yeah,
And
which
then
I
the
kind of do
shell.
like. I might go back to it, but
Sure.
I've swapped. Like I've gone back and forth between them a handful of times, but
Let's see where biggest pet peeve in hockey.
biggest pet peeve in hockey, I would say like Does it have to like be like from other players or just like anything that's like probably my biggest pet peeve?
It could just be anything.
My right skate always gets tighter than my left.
Okay.
I don't know. I purposely don't pull it tighter either because I know. And I think it's because my left foot's like a half-inch smaller than my right.
Got it.
And it just like somehow I don't know if it's like the arch of my foot, but it just gets like way too tight and it just irks me so bad.
I kind of have the same thing. My right foot is slightly wider.
Okay.
And I've been learning to skate, and the rental skates would bug the heck out of me.
Yeah.
Because they would always be too tight on my right foot.
See?
And there's no good way to do it. Yeah. I feel your pain.
It's so uncomfortable. And the worst is like I'll try to convince myself that it's not too tight. I'm like, nah, I can it'll loosen up.
Yeah.
And then I'll put all my gear on, and then I'm like I had to like take everything off. Because I cannot just tie my skate and put my shin guard back down.
Or you'll try to adjust by tying it differently, and it just never works.
Correct. Yeah.
And it's still too tight.
That's horrible.
Or then you get it too loose.
Yeah. Sometimes I cannot. It'll take me I remember one time this season it took me like 10 minutes just to get this
just
skate right.
The perfect skate.
Yeah, I was getting very frustrated.
If a player had to fill in and coach a game, who would be the best option for you guys?
Oh man.
Take the reins behind the bench.
Oh man. I don't know. I guess going based upon the fact that we've almost like kind of seen it in action, I would say like Dylan or SD.
Okay.
SD because he's a senior, so he's been on the bench like for a few years now, so he knows the game of college hockey pretty well. Dylan as well, and especially to those guys who played juniors. But like when SD got injured, he was back there like helping us out and telling us, like seeing things from different angles. And I think being that he is closer in our age and he is like a player with us, I think it'd be easier to bond with, or not like easier to bond with him, but he might be able to get through to us or tell us things differently. And and same thing for like those vets and everything. So
if you could participate in any skills competition category at the NHL All-Star Game, what category would you compete in?
I don't know. I think I'd like to think I'm kind of fast.
Okay.
So probably the speed skating, even though like I'm always dreading when we all go around the net together because it's like the biggest fear that we all fall and slip out.
Oh, sure.
But probably that one, or like the accuracy shooting one. Because like I'm not that I'm like super accurate with the goalie in net, but whenever there's no goalie in net, I can pick out the post to hit and stuff.
We got you going.
You were calling out some of your shots.
You were calling your shot when you were mic'd up. Yeah.
I cannot wait for that.
You went bar down the one time.
Did.
And then you tried to go bar down again. I think you missed.
Oh, big time! Yeah, I hit the net to protect.
Just a little bit off.
Yeah. So.
If both goalies were to go down, and a player needed to come off the bench strapped with the pads
on. Yep.
Both David and Colton said you.
I would. Did they really?
Yeah.
Yes. That's awesome.
I'm so glad you said that answer.
I love playing goalie.
The prophecy's been fulfilled.
I love playing goalie.
Have you played goalie in a game?
Never. I played when I played at Huskies when I was like 16 or 15. I think I just turned 16. It was like our last practice or second to last practice. All we did was scrimmage for like the full hour and a half. And I switched with my goalie, and I had an absolute blast. It was like the best time of my life. And anytime I'd play roller hockey, I'd always be like, I'll play goalie. And then whenever I play NHL on my Xbox, I'm always in goalie mode.
Oh, really?
Yeah, I know. It's just fun.
Nice. Yeah, those guys are crazy. I don't know how they do that.
I don't know either.
Kind of need to be like wired differently to put yourself in front of a rubber puck.
Colton.
That's all you need to say. Which goalie out of Justin and Colton would be the better forward?
Oh, this is tough. I don't know. I've never seen Justin. Well, Justin's pretty quick when he skates. Actually, you know what? He beat Colton in a race. I would say probably Justin.
Justin did have some experience playing.
D.
That's what he said.
Defense,
oh, that's right. At Augusta or whatever, right?
Augustana.
Yes. That's what it was.
Yeah.
All right.
Partial says that Justin has more experience playing defense than Partial does.
Actually, I think that might be true, to be honest.
Because Partial made the switch when he came to college.
Yeah. He played 4, he said, his whole life.
Sure. Who has the worst tape job on the team?
Oh my God, Zach.
That's what he said too.
Yeah, does it as like
just
in spite of the rest of us. Like he's like, oh, I don't need tape, and I just hate it because it's like I like to blame my tape job on my puck handling skills sometimes, and then I look over and see he's not struggling one bit.
And see Zach with his candy cane going halfway down.
Pretty much like
down the stick.
No tape on his blade or anything.
He doesn't put any on the blade either.
Yeah, he puts like just like Just like 3 strips. He's like candy canes his blade too.
Jeez, he does like a Pasternak.
Yeah, it's exactly, and that's how he justifies it. She's like, Pasternak does it, and Pasternak's super good. So I guess it's just me.
We talked to him mostly about his grip tape job, or I guess you would call it the whole shaft tape job. His
candy
canes
yeah.
half the way down.
Yeah.
He said he did it as well. It was just like a joke. The one.
Yeah, at the goalie camp.
Yeah, the goalie camp he works at.
That's right.
He just did it as a joke.
And kept it.
It worked, and
I'm pretty sure it's like his blade tape job too as a joke, and then it's like he started scoring with it, and he was like, I'm not changing it.
That's hilarious.
Yeah.
Who on the team has the cleanest stall, and who has the dirtiest stall?
Eric Pickewett's dirtiest stall for sure. The most unorganized.
That aligns with what Parshall and Zach said.
Yep.
They said that it seems like Eric is always bringing new stuff to the rink.
Yes.
But no one knows how it gets back home.
At all. No idea. It's a mystery to all of us. So, most unorganized or dirty, I would for sure rope Eric in that category. Probably the cleanest stall. I would say Dylan or Morrow or Estes got a real. They're all honestly they're pretty clean now. I'm thinking about it because they're like they kind of stay on all of us for being organized.
Okay.
But like Dylan's always got he's always got his soles of his skates out, and then it's like all like in this perfect line. And so I'd probably say his.
Is there anyone that's like the neat freak of the locker room that keeps other people in check a lot?
I would say just the captains. The 3 captains
Sure.
are pretty good on that.
Sure.
Yeah, for the most part, just those guys.
Who has the best and worst hair on the team?
Oh man, that's tough. I got pretty good hair, Reid. So I don't want to sound.
You can take the you
conceited,
can take the selfish answer
I
there.
might take the reins on.
That's what
That's what they said too.
Zach and Parshall.
Zach
Oh,
said
you know what?
himself.
Bitch has got pretty good hair.
Yeah, Zach did
And
say
then
himself. Yes.
Dylan said no, it's Darcy.
Yes.
Love that guy.
I remember when we did the player profiles. I love telling a story. we were setting up the lights and all this stuff, and Bishop comes like running out of the locker room. He's like, guys are in there wondering if they need to do their hair. Do we need to do our hair? And then he told us at the show, he's like, no, that was just for me. That was not for anyone else. Not for anyone else.
That's awesome.
But we have heard that there's been combs passed around the locker room on different occasions.
Yeah, I would never share a comb with any of those guys. But I think like picture day and stuff, everyone's always at that sink. For senior night, all the seniors were at the sink, like doing
of
their
course.
hair up and
Yeah,
stuff.
Pickle's hair was looking slick senior
Yeah,
night,
he
if I
looked good,
remember.
yeah.
Who has the worst hair on the team?
Worst hair? Oof, I don't know. That's tough. I guess I don't know. Honestly, I don't even know.
What did
They said Ligas.
Yes.
Because he doesn't have a haircut, they said.
I would say Ligas then too. Yeah.
Kid had a massive flow going this season, though.
He did. He had a lot of hair going.
That got going. And then he just, like, chopped it all off.
Yeah.
Like, most of it. It was weird. First time I saw him walking around campus, I had to do, like, a double take.
I did, too. And I walked in the locker room. I was like, do we got a new kid? And I turned around. It was Ligas.
Well, Ernie got a haircut, too.
He did.
When he showed up today for filming.
Yeah. He did the mullet for playoffs, which his mullet looked excellent. And then so he just had to finish it off.
Sure. Let's see. We already covered the best hair on the team. Oh, best style.
Me or Dylan.
You were Dylan?
Yeah.
That aligns with what they
That's
said.
what they said,
Yeah.
too.
Are there any other ones that we didn't cover that we asked other guys? I'm trying to think. I always love seeing how other players' answers align. It's been surprisingly like mostly spot on.
Oh, really?
Yeah, throughout the weeks.
Yeah.
Like
I think that just being around each other enough, I think it's like,
you
we
just
all
get to
would probably
know
have
each
the same
other
answer.
a little bit more.
Most of the other ones I have on here, we ask in the other
Yeah.
section.
That's true. Yes, we have some more fun questions coming up, but that was hockey. We're gonna take a quick break though, and we'll be back talking about Lewis, life, school, all the fun stuff, and some more random questions as well. But this is the Dump and Chase podcast on 88.1 FM WLA The Start, Lewis University in Romeoville, Illinois. We'll be back with more right after this. Welcome back to the Dump and Chase podcast on 88.1 FM WLA The Start, Lewis University in Romeoville, Illinois. Reid and Rebecca once again joined by Flyers forward Jack Darcy, and we never actually asked this in the hockey section now that I introduce you, but you're a forward, and we usually ask about positions and why you chose your position. So why did you choose forward? And has it always been forward, I should say?
I chose forward. I just started playing forward, like for in-house, because I can't remember. I think we just had like a bunch of kids that wanted to play defense. So I was like, oh,
Okay.
I'll play forward. I'm not gonna play defense if everyone's gonna be back there. So I just started off playing D, and then eventually I wanted to try and play defense. So I played a season at defense because I always liked playing defense, and I was playing with my brother too, so that was always fun. But I think as far as Lewis goes, I just chose it because I was kind of like, I'd taken like 2 years off, so I was just like focused on what would be best. There's no way I could jump into college hockey playing defense.
Sure.
So yeah, it just kind of came naturally.
Sure. So you transferred to Lewis this year, correct? Where did you go previously?
So I went to Joliet Junior College. I took a year off after my senior year of high school after I graduated and just worked. And then I went to JUCO. And then I actually moved down to Texas on a dare because my cousins and stuff live down there.
Okay.
And one of them, he said, I bet you won't do it. And I was like, okay. And then I dropped all my classes that I had signed up for the fall semester at JUCO. And then I drove down there and signed up at their community college down there.
Okay.
And then I came back, did one more semester at JUCO, and then came here. So just two different community colleges.
So you did the 1 year at Joliet.
Yeah.
And then you did a semester in Texas.
Mm-hmm.
And then you came back to another semester. Okay.
Yeah.
So then what's your academic standing here at Lewis?
I couldn't tell you.
Okay.
So bizarre. I'm kind of in between sophomore and junior,
Got it.
but
Okay.
on my Lewis degree work says I'm a freshman, so I'm all over the place.
So you're whatever. Okay.
Yeah.
Got it.
I'm a student.
What do you introduce yourself as? Like when people ask what year you are, what do you say?
A 98. I'm born in 98.
Not even worry about
Yeah.
it. So what made you decide to transfer to Lewis? Was it the academics? Was it the possibility of playing hockey? A mixture of both?
I think hockey was kind of out just because, like I said, once I was done with my youth years, I just kind of stopped playing. I'd go to pickup games and stuff every once in a while. But
Sure.
when I was in Texas, I started flying a lot more, and then I got my private's license down there, and I was kind of in a toss-up whether I wanted to do some sort of business degree or whether I wanted to do or continue flying.
Okay.
And I had known people that went to Lewis, and they had always liked it. They said it was a really good program. So
Sure.
I figured I've already got my private's license, so I figured I'd just keep going in that direction. So.
Sure. You talked about taking that time off from playing hockey.
Mm-hmm.
Was college hockey ever something in your mind that you wanted to do, or did it just kind of fall into place here at Lewis?
I think when I was younger, I wanted to buy all into hockey, and I wanted to go play college hockey. But I was never that good. I was a pretty good skater, and I was a pretty good goal scorer when I was younger and stuff. But I just played at my level. I didn't typically find myself playing up AAA and stuff like that.
Okay.
So it had been a dream at one point, but then it just kind of after my youth years were done, I just figured if I can play somewhere I will, but if
Sure.
not, no big deal.
How did playing at Lewis kind of come to be then?
I just started watching a bunch of highlights one day of NHL best of whatever season, and I just started to miss playing.
Okay.
So I called Tim Pico and Mark, and they asked me if I wanted to, or I asked them if I could play if it was too late.
Sure.
But I just barely made the roster deadline. It was October 31st, and I think I called them at October 26th.
Wow.
Yeah,
Okay.
so
Really sliding in right
I know,
at the deadline.
yeah, the very end of the wire.
The deadline.
Yeah.
So your major is
So right now, technically, I'm aviation admin.
Okay.
I wasn't aware that I wanted aviation flight is the major I will end up with, but so you got to take your bypass exam if you come in with your private license already.
Okay.
But I didn't know you're supposed to do that during a flight block, so I never signed up for a flight block. I kept trying to organize to meet with the chief instructor to do my bypass exam. But then Justin was like, no, you got to have a flight block to do that. So I'm aviation admin right now.
Okay.
But the first whatever amount of classes are the same. So I'm just doing all that stuff now.
Got it. What was it about aviation that drew you to it as a major?
I don't know. One of my buddy's uncles, he flies for an airline. He's a captain. I can't remember what airline, but he's kind of bent my ear about it a few times when I've talked to him. I got a cousin who flies, and he loves it. And so I've gone up with him before. That kind of sparked my interest heavily.
Okay.
And then after getting my license and being able to fly on my own and stuff, and just being able to hop in a plane, and it just makes the world really small. So I think that was probably the biggest influence.
What do you hope to do after graduation?
After graduation, I would hope to be at the point in my career where I can start applying for airline jobs or private companies and stuff like that.
What's kind of your dream job?
It's kind of far-fetched, but I'd like to work for like FedEx. I'd like to be a
Okay.
cargo pilot. Yeah,
Got it.
I think that would probably be my dream job.
Sure, that would be cool.
Yeah.
What teacher has been the most influential in your learning so far at Lewis?
So far, probably Rick DeMaio,
Okay.
Professor DeMaio. He's our aviation and meteorology professor for 1 and 2. So I took him last semester and this semester. But he's kind of opened up my eyes. Remember I was telling you guys this a little earlier that he's kind of opened my eyes up as like from a pilot standpoint of meteorology.
Sure.
So that kind of helps differentiate whether it's, I'm more comfortable flying in this weather or not. And it just kind of opens up my eyes a little bit for the future too. Like it'll just help me be able to gauge whether or not I can fly or what I can fly in and if it'll be safe or if not. So
Sure.
I think he's probably had the biggest impact so far.
What goals did you set for yourself freshman year? Or I should say when you just started your college experience? And then what's kind of the progress on them? Like, what's your big goal when you graduate that you want to accomplish?
I'd like to have just like maintain or have like a 3.5 or higher GPA. That's my biggest goal.
Okay.
And also I'd like to just, like I said earlier, I'd like to, upon graduation, be able to apply for jobs and
Sure.
stuff, whether it be like a commercial airline or something like that.
Kind of get yourself well fit for the job market,
Yeah.
of course. Let's see. We already talked about strange talents that you had. Or not really strange talents, but talents in general.
Yeah.
Said you play the harmonica.
I like to play the harmonica. I like to play the guitar. I'm actually in a band. Put that in air quotation
okay,
marks,
okay.
With actually, he was my brother's friend, and then like once I kind of grew up, then I became good friends with him. But my friend Zeke Zostowski, which actually I'm pretty sure he's listening right now.
Okay.
So just a shout out for him. But he plays piano and harmonica too. So
Got it.
I say band because like we always pretend like we're super big and
Sure.
we're on tour and stuff.
Who's the vocals in the group?
Well, none of us can sing and play instruments very well because we lose
Okay.
all motor skill. Pretty much no one. We're still looking for a vocalist. If anybody
Got
out
it.
there is listening,
There you
wants
go.
to be
Maybe
vocals.
look
Maybe
to
Dylan.
Partial. Yeah, there
Yeah.
you go.
You know what? Get that guy out here.
He can be in 2 bands there. What are 3 things on your bucket list that you would like to do?
3 things on my bucket list. Oh man, I would say 1 would be go skydiving. I think that'd be
Okay.
That's
pretty,
been a pretty common answer.
yeah.
Yep.
Probably the most cliche answer I would imagine, just because it's like I feel like it'd just be a crazy adrenaline rush.
Yeah.
I also another thing on my bucket list would probably to be like play a gig, like an actual gig.
Okay.
In front of people, like
Sure.
I don't know, whether it be like a bar or
Yeah.
something. So it's probably number 2. Number 3, I'm not really sure, to be honest with you. I've never like really thought about a bucket list
Sure.
idea.
What did Zach and Dylan say? What are some other good answers we've had?
Let me find it on my sheet.
I feel like we've had some good ones for this.
Colton said to go to the Tomorrowland Festival.
Oh yeah.
David said a 14-mile backpacking hike.
Oh wow,
That's a lot.
that's a lot.
I could not do that.
No way, dude. I
No.
ran like a mile there, and my calves are so tight today. Almost canceled on you guys. Couldn't walk up those stairs.
It's a long walk up to the second
Yeah,
floor.
seriously.
Justin said to climb to the top of the mountain, whatever one's the tallest by the time he can learn to climb. And then Dylan and Zach both said to have like healthy families, have a son.
That's right. Yeah, they want their kids to play hockey.
Dylan would be the
It's a
team
weird bucket
doctor,
list goal.
and
It
then
should more be like a moral goal or a life goal.
They want their kids to play hockey together.
yeah,
Okay.
because
And, like-
it'll be the Bisha line again,
Yes.
which is the nickname we gave. I think you said that on air once. Or
Yeah.
was that Jake?
I don't know. I think it may have been me.
But you can take
I don't know
credit for it.
if Jake is clever enough. No.
Wow.
No, but they want to have their future kids playing on the same line together.
Nice.
Then
'Cause
we got
they said Dylan would be the team doctor, and then
Yes.
Zach would manage.
Zach
the
could be
team,
their
I think.
manager.
Okay.
Yeah.
Nice.
Because Zach is leaning towards business as of now.
Yeah.
Let's see, where were we? Here we go. This has probably been the best question we've asked on our guests.
I'm
If you
nervous.
could invite anyone living or dead to dinner, who would it be, why, and what would you serve?
Oh man.
We have had some phenomenal
Great
answers on
This
this.
is
but
bizarre.
I want to hear yours first.
Okay. Dude, I don't even. There's so many names rattling off in my head right now. I don't even know. I guess maybe Abraham Lincoln
Okay.
would be kind of interesting.
Okay.
I'd like to just listen to his speech in person.
Sure.
I'm not sure. I guess I'd probably just serve I've been on a real big Five Guys kick lately.
Oh, okay.
Double bacon
Would
cheeseburgers.
that make the Instagram?
That would actually.
Five Guys with
Thank you.
Abraham
I need to
Lincoln.
make
That
one of
has
those.
to go on the Instagram.
Yeah. See, and then I could feature him on Jack Eats Out, and that would be I get big.
That would be the collab of the century right
Correct.
there. There you go.
Me and Abe.
That
guy, I love that
Partial and Zach had a hilarious exchange about this.
Oh no.
Partial went first and said Jesus. And said that he would take
serve sushi because Jesus knows a lot about fish.
Oh my
Or you said that.
yeah, because Jesus knows a thing or two about fish. And then Zach said Kevin Hart, much to the dismay of Partial.
Wait. What?
Partial went off on Zach for saying Kevin Hart. He's like Kevin Hart. I say Jesus and you choose Kevin Hart. I wish we had the clip we could play back.
I think that clip was a good solid 3 minutes.
I wish I would have been in here.
It was.
I could only imagine.
Oh,
the
we were
exchange.
dying laughing. It was hilarious. And then what did and then Zach
Both would. Oh, we're talking about
Zach
different
said that
things.
he would give Kevin Hart
Hot wings.
Hot wings. Yes. What are the?
Yeah.
And then we also had the goalies.
They
just
gave
to
the
tell you
same
how
exact
connected the goalies
answer.
are.
No.
Same exact answer.
They both said Stephen Hawking, and they would serve pasta and meatballs.
What? Dude, they
We
had.
interviewed them separate shows, separate weeks. I
Come
don't think
on.
they talked about
I don't
it.
think they had any idea what each other said.
You know
and
what?
It was the same thing.
That's what all that spaghetti and meatballs and Stephen Hawking talk was in the locker room.
was there really?
No, just joking.
Okay, I was gonna say because Justin does talk a lot about his pasta and meatballs,
Yeah.
which we've heard. So
Yeah.
I don't know. I guess anything's possible with what the
That's
locker room
crazy. That
banter.
is some serious chemistry
It
between
was
those two.
hilarious. That was like the main thing that they were the same on. Were there any other answers for them that were the same? I'm trying to think back. They were both on earlier. That was like the big one where we're like, oh, this is
Yeah.
weird.
Weirded out.
Because Colton went on first, and then when Justin came on and said Stephen Hawking, we both look at each other. We're like, if he says
We lost
if
it.
he says noodles and meatballs, we would lose it. And it happened. I don't know how or why.
That's unbelievable.
I don't think there was any communication between the two, but
I would agree with that.
it's just
Probably
kind of
wasn't.
that goalie connection, I guess. I don't know.
That's insane.
Tells you how close the goalie do
Yeah,
this
seriously.
season, I guess.
Yeah.
If you could keep only one app on your phone, what would it be and why?
I guess probably it's probably my Instagram app.
Instagram. Got to keep the
Gotta
account going.
Yeah, I gotta keep those followers happy. You know, I gotta keep posting content on at Jack Eats Out. Just so everybody knows.
Shameless plug there.
Yeah.
What does everyone else say?
David and Justin both said Instagram. Colton said Snapchat. Dylan said Whoop, which is his fitness tracker.
He's like he loves.
Oh
his
yeah,
his
because
Whoop band.
he
He
needs,
uses it for class.
he
and,
needs
like,
it for class, so that was his
Yeah.
reasoning.
and then Zach said TikTok.
he always sends me TikToks.
Much
too.
to
It's
the
so
dismay
funny.
of Partial
Yeah.
as well.
Yeah.
He was not happy.
Partial was going after Zach for some of his answers, but it was hilarious. There's a TikTok one too. Let's see. This one pertains especially to you. Top 3 burger toppings. And would the burger be photo worthy?
Boy. Okay, top 3.
Jack's Dream Burger.
I'll
let you go beyond the 3.
Oh.
If we're talking like
Okay,
your
I'm building a
ideal
burger?
your ideal photo worthy burger.
Okay.
We might be here a while.
Let me just open up some content. No, there was this restaurant in Texas, and it was like a Bill Jones burger style bar. Always would get bacon, lettuce, jalapeno, pepper jack cheese, and then I'd put like mayo, hot sauce, and ketchup on there, and cheesy fries.
Wow.
Yeah, so it's like the heart attack special.
That's
so
a
I'd probably-
loaded burger.
Yeah.
Would it be photo worthy?
Oh, absolutely. Yeah. But unfortunately, I had been eating at that place before we had came up with that silly Instagram.
Oh,
so,
sure.
Yeah.
You got to go back
I
someday.
do have to go back there. Actually.
That'll be the big post.
Yeah.
Got to keep our eyes open for
Mhm.
it. If there was an arm wrestling tournament for the team, bracket style, who's coming out on top?
Oh man. Honestly, I'd say probably like Joey Fiandaca.
Okay.
He seems to have this like weird just grown man strength. I'd say he'd probably just unleash the pythons on these guys.
That's the first time we've heard
That's
Joey.
the first time. They've been pretty similar.
Somewhat consistent.
Yeah,
What have we all gotten answer-wise?
David said his former teammate Justin Adam would win, but Dylan, you, and Esty would give him a run for his money. Colton said either Partial or Legas. Justin said Partial or Johnson, and then both Partial and Bishop said either Partial or Esty.
Yeah, Partial and Esty would probably be pretty good answers too, actually.
Give him.
Yeah.
Give Joey a run for his money.
Yeah, it'd be kind of a toss-up between all three of them.
If you were stranded on an island and help is coming in 7 days and you can bring 2 teammates with you to help you get to that 7th day, who would you bring and why?
I'd bring Matt Morrow.
Okay.
Because me and him always have a good laugh.
Okay.
Oh, man, there's so many teammates to choose from. Matt Morrow for sure.
Dylan and Zach didn't want to answer this one because they said they couldn't pick.
Oh, now I'm uncomfortable. Oh, man. Oh, I don't want to pick either, I guess. No, I don't. Oh, man. Actually, you know what? I don't know. This is actually a really tough answer.
So Morrow for sure.
Matt Morrow has made that list.
Matt Morrow has made that list. Who said? Someone said you. Because
Colton
you would make friends
you.
if you were to find other people on the island.
You know what?
That you would just
put Colton on that list now. Colton's on number 2. He's on there.
You and Colton can just become friends with everyone. And
yeah.
Colton said that when help would arrive, you wouldn't want to leave.
I'd probably just
because you would have known everything. Exactly.
Now.
Yeah, that's what he said. You would just become so ingrained with it already. This is one that Rebecca found that we have yet to ask anyone.
Oh, I'm excited.
I found it on the randomest website.
How would you react? I can't even read it. It's so dumb.
Read it.
How would you react if you...
Give me that laptop.
If you were transformed into a fish.
How would I feel?
How would you react?
How would I react?
If you were transformed into a fish.
Oh, man.
It's so out there.
I found it at 4 a.m.
Where did you find this?
I don't know.
So, like, are we talking I go to sleep and I wake up, I'm in a fish tank or, like, in the ocean or something?
Sure.
I don't know. We've never asked it before.
I don't even know. I have no idea what would happen.
You're a guinea pig on this one.
Yeah, okay.
What's the first thing you would do if you woke up and you were a fish? Other than realizing you were a fish.
I would immediately just try to close my eyes and go back to sleep. But then after that, I guess I would I'd fully adapt to the fish lifestyle, I guess. You know?
Just embody the fish.
Yeah.
Become the fish.
Yeah.
There
Do I
you
get
go.
to pick the fish?
Sure. What kind of fish would you be?
I'd be a great white shark.
Yeah. Are sharks fish?
No, I'm gonna be a great white shark. I'm gonna be a shark.
I like this question. We're gonna need to keep asking it.
Okay.
It's so out of left field.
Yeah, it is very out of left. But I like that. That's unique.
Let's see.
Are you gonna be able to read it next time?
I hope so. I don't know. I was reading it fine before we came on air, and then I just realized how odd of a question it is to ask someone, and then it just kind of hit me. I'm like, this is ridiculous.
Oh, that's awesome.
If you could spend the day in any of your teammates' shoes, who would it be and why?
Gore.
Gore? We've
Dylan
heard.
said Gore.
Dylan said Gore.
Because he's a quiet kid and he wants to know what's going on, and then he described Gore as a living myth.
I just want to know what's going on up there.
You guys both said that for Flyer Nation too, I believe.
We did. Yeah, we did. That's right. I forgot about that.
Yeah, that was a standard answer. Who else have we all heard?
David said Morrow because he's quote kind of a nerd but really smart. Colton said Dylan because he lives a fun life. He's interesting, funny, and can hype anyone up. Justin said Colton because he wants to know what's going on in his head.
I was supposed to say I think I might choose Colton too, just because like he's always like in such a good mood and just like so happy go. Like just want to know what's going on up there too.
We went over Dylan, and then Zach, to quote him, Frankosaurus Rex, because he's quiet. He's always walking around campus.
Yeah.
He's great at sewer.
He is pretty good at sewer. He's like just a little sleeper. He's just a sleeper sewer guy.
If you guys were to have like a sewer tournament, you're coming out on top?
Yep.
The undisputed sewer champ.
Undisputed, dude.
Undisputed sewer champ. You did say today during our filming for the recruiting video that the main thing a prospect can expect you when they come to Lewis is to be good at soccer.
Yes.
How much would you say that your soccer skills have improved
A crazy
since
amount.
joining the team?
A ridiculous amount. I've always. Oh, that's another thing. I liked soccer growing up.
Okay.
So I played soccer a little bit.
Okay.
In middle school, but I would also just play like recreationally. Like I just go shoot around and juggle the ball and stuff. I'd always been okay at like juggling and playing two-touch, but I remember like it was my U18 year and no one could play two-touch, and I was really bad at it. And then like now at Lewis, it's like just like the back of my hand. It's so
because
easy
you just
now.
do it so much.
Yeah.
That's like the one thing. Like I don't know how you guys can do that.
It's so much fun.
I don't know. I can't juggle a soccer ball
It's
to save my life.
It's easier in a big circle because like you don't have to try and keep it up only by
That's
yourself,
fair.
so that's
Okay.
nice. But it's
Yeah.
also really scary because sometimes like, yeah, I mean the object of sewer is to get someone out.
Sure.
So sometimes like someone will just blast that thing across the circle. And it's
We've
coming
seen
in,
that a couple times.
coming in hot.
Speaking of the sewer ball, how old is that thing? Because it has seen
you know
some
what?
better days.
Zach told me that he bought it at the beginning of last season. I told him he was a liar because I
Yeah, I
did
don't
not.
Where did he buy it
believe
from?
that.
Like from Goodwill secondhand?
No idea. Like, there's no way that thing was brand
That
new.
thing is beat up.
A season and a half ago, or
Like
2 seasons
like there's
ago.
some patches on it that are like completely off.
It's scary. That's why we stopped like kicking the ball at each other so hard because like when it hits your face, it hurts
Yeah.
so bad.
That is a beat up sewer ball.
I know, but we can't say no to it. Like I brought a new soccer ball and everyone was like, no.
No, it's just that one that's
Tradition.
he's gonna keep using until it
Yeah.
dies.
Yeah.
I believe we asked Dylan and Zach about. We had the idea to interview a guy at a public skate on the ice,
Okay.
and we've been kind of testing the waters on everyone's thoughts about it and who would be the best to be interviewed on the ice.
On the ice.
Yeah. Who would give us the best interview? And first of all, do you think the idea would work at all?
I do think it would work.
Okay.
Are you confident in your skating and
I'm-
filming ability?
Okay, so we would film from the sideline, and I've gotten decently good at skating.
There you go. That's all you need to do.
I think I could stay upright.
That's
Hopefully.
I'm watching you today. I don't know.
Hey, okay. I was trying to. I've been trying to learn how to stop, and I've taken some spills there.
That's tough. Stopping is.
I think
a
going
very
into state
hard-
lane.
Yeah.
Stopping it. I don't know. I'm getting it with my right foot. Can't do it with my left to save my life.
I'm kind of weird about that too. I like will only stop with my left foot forward.
I don't know why.
I can stop with my right, but it's like I don't know. Yeah.
I've been like trying to get it with the left. Just can't.
It's weird. It's a weird thing.
New skates have definitely helped though. The rental ones.
Yeah.
I don't know if I could learn on those. Those things are the edges are just not good.
No, you made a good investment. But to answer your question,
yes.
I mean, obviously, I give great content when I'm mic'd up.
Of
We
course you
already
do.
know that.
So-
Yeah.
Probably
We need to line that up sometime. Head over to Canlan Public
we
Skate.
should do that. I would do that.
Mic both of us up and
Get some good content.
have
out
ourselves a
there.
little skate.
I think my
Exactly.
favorite thing from your video is when you're yelling at the other team. I'm mic'd up.
Oh, that's
Yeah,
right. I
you were
forgot about
telling the
that.
other team.
They
You-
didn't even care. He just was like,
I think you were like telling everyone on the ice that
I
you were
was,
mic'd
yeah.
up.
You were
was
talking
really-
to Joey. You were talking to Nick.
Yeah, when
Dylan.
when you talked to Joey and like he didn't believe you at first, and
I
then
know.
and then you're like, say hi, and he's like, hi Reid, and I wave over. That was
He
the
started
best
laughing.
reaction. Yeah.
"Oh, that's
One
awesome."
thing I noticed too was the interaction between you and Ernie, telling each other how good they look. How did that start? Has that been going all season long? Or?
No, it's just so that weekend, you guys mic'd him up that day before.
Yeah.
And he skated past me, and he was like, "You look good today," and I was like, "He's never said that." I was like, "I don't know what's going on right now," and I was like, "What's going on?" He's like, "All mic'd up," and I was like, "Oh, that's why you said it." So then the next day,
Got it.
I don't think he knew I was getting mic'd up.
You had to return the favor.
Yeah, you look good today.
There you go. Yeah, we got some great sound bites of you. You love talking to Pickle.
Yes, I do.
We found
I
you
love-
go into your like
Dude, Pickle,
Australian accent and
love
do
that
it.
Righto, mate.
It seems like even though it's your first season on the roster, you've fit in just fine with all the guys.
That was probably my biggest eye opener of this team was the fact that as soon as I got there, everyone was so like open arms and welcoming
Yeah.
and stuff. Especially coming in late, because not that I'm like anything like crazy special player wise, but like that can always be intimidating regardless of the talent. So it was really cool to immediately start to bond with a lot of those guys. And,
Yeah.
and build friendships.
We've even seen that too from what we've been doing. You guys are
Yeah.
always so opening. I mean, we both agree that you guys are the most welcoming team that we've worked with.
By far.
You know, I mean,
Nice.
from like game one, every time we show up, you know, it's always guys getting excited that we're there, you know,
It
saying,
is. It's really
saying hi
fun.
to
Like,
us,
this
you know.
is awesome.
Yeah, it's been fantastic, the reception we've gotten. Like, even like the road trips when we did the games from Concordia.
Yeah.
You know, I remember Jake and I were talking to Justin and Nick, I believe, before the game. And that's before we really even knew you guys that well. You know, I don't even think I knew who Justin was at the time, and I knew Nick because I don't even know how we knew Nick. Oh, because he was like our point of contact at the time before we got to know more of the guys. But it was just that openness that you guys have, and you guys give us some creative freedom on stuff as well too.
Well, cool, guys. You guys have a good time. You guys make it really fun.
Oh, yeah, we try to. It's been fun for us too.
Awesome. You guys do a great job.
One thing we added to the show last week that we're going to keep doing is we want to flip it on you. We've been asking you questions. Do you have any questions for us?
It's like that scene in Step Brothers. You guys ever seen that movie?
I actually have never seen Step
Come
Brothers.
on.
Really?
I should really see it. I see so much. Yeah, I know. I hear so many references for it.
You know what? I'm getting out of here. Okay. Is this the first year you guys have like followed the hockey team this closely?
Yes.
Yes. Yeah.
I think the last time it was followed was 3 years ago, and it was like 1 or 2 games.
Okay.
Yeah.
And it was strictly radio.
Yeah.
And it was kind of just a get in, get out type.
Yeah.
Yep. Yeah.
What made you guys choose hockey? Like, why have you guys done other sports? Why are you?
We've both done volleyball,
Yeah.
basketball.
So the radio station, we do volleyball and basketball.
No, it's not.
Yeah, it
you
was
guys
honestly,
are by far the most fun.
We
team
both
to
want to
do.
work for hockey teams
Oh,
someday, and you know, as I said, you guys were very open to us. The whole kind of goal this year as a station in general was to expand our sports coverage as well. So that kind of fell under it, and you know, it started with radio, and then it went to us filming a game, and then it went to the live streams, and now it's become so much more.
Evolved.
So
Cool.
yeah, it's built up so much more.
All right. What made you guys choose Lewis?
You wanna go first?
Sure. I got a lot of scholarship money to come
Okay.
here, and then it's also close enough where I can go home on the weekend, but it's far enough where my parents can't come visit me every day.
Where are you from?
Lombard.
Okay,
So
gotcha.
it's over by like Oak Brook.
I came because of the scholarship as well, and kind of like proximity to home, being a little bit further away. My brother went to school in upstate New York, and like that was like really far away because every time coming home, that's like a flight. I'm like, I really don't want to do that. And, like the other school I was looking at was like the awkward distance between like I don't want to drive the 6 hours, but it's too short to fly.
Yeah.
So Lewis, like kind of like that 2-hour drive was something nice and comfortable, and kind of the proximity to Chicago too for the major as well helped out.
How did you hear about Lewis, being that you're
from Milwaukee, we have a college fair. I think like every fall or something. It's downtown Milwaukee. They set up a big convention hall, and a ton of schools are there. And we went through the list of schools that were going to be there beforehand that had my major. Lewis was one of them. Just kind of started talking, went on a visit, and I don't know. It just kind of came from there, from that one kind, just talking to the rep that they had there.
Cool.
Yeah.
Okay. What would be your guys' 3 toppings on your cheeseburgers?
Oh. I'm trying to think.
Tough question, right? A lot of
It
good
is a tough
toppings.
question. Yeah, there are. There's so many options.
Could throw boneless wings on there if you want to get crazy.
That would be crazy. I'm gonna go mac and cheese.
Oh, dang it. Disappointed I didn't say that earlier.
Mac and cheese, bacon. Let me go like onion straws.
Nice.
Yeah.
Ooh, I want one of those burgers.
A little bit of crunch on it,
That sounds good.
and then barbecue sauce.
Dang it.
I don't know if the sauce counts as a topping though. We'll say no.
Those are good. That was a good answer. I would like to
Dylan
restate my
say-
answer.
Who said mac and cheese? Was that Dylan?
Yeah, I think Parcel may have said mac and cheese.
I don't remember. I don't think I have it written down either. I'd probably go bacon, a fried egg.
Ooh,
Probably just.
you're one of the fried egg people on a burger.
Can't do it.
I can't either.
Sorry. You found out how weird I am.
Yeah, we went through that all last week. Some of the things that Rebecca says,
I say words differently.
She says Nashville. And for the longest time, I thought it was a joke, and it's not.
It's Nashville.
I know. I don't know how. It's not even spelled like that.
And that's not even one of the ones that I can blame on my hearing loss. I just did
What
that.
are some other ones you say weird?
Do you say Chipotle?
No.
Chipotle.
I'll throw in a Chipotle.
We say
but
Chipotle as a
Yeah,
joke.
Chipotle.
I've never said Chipotle.
Chipotle? That's
yeah.
a new one.
Our coaches always call it Chipotle, and so does Nick. Nick Mate, his dad's the manager. He always.
Oh, Paul?
How's that Chipotle fundraiser? It's just like.
As Mark said, Paul is Paul.
Paul is Paul.
Paul.
Yeah. What else do you say weird? What
I put like different emphasis.
We had like a whole discussion on this last week, not gonna lie.
Okay, that one I can blame on my hearing loss. For 20 years, I've been saying herb because I can't hear the H and I can't lip read the H. Same thing with like Ellen and Helen.
Yeah.
Which is why whenever I talk to people, I have them write down their name.
Yeah.
So that one I have a legit excuse for. But I just I pronounce words differently. Like I say, rather than saying, I say strawberry. I put I don't know. I can't hear a difference.
Yeah. You say the Girl Scout cookies weird too, which I still can't get over.
No, there are two different companies that.
Did you know this about Girl Scout cookies? That's
one big thing.
There's two different companies that make the Girl Scout cookies.
Okay.
And they have different names for some cookies.
Huh.
Like you say peanut butter patty,
Yeah.
I say do-si-do.
I've heard do-si-do. I've never heard peanut butter patty.
Yeah,
before.
I don't know. I don't know if it's a Wisconsin thing.
Maybe, you know what? Probably
Or
is.
how I don't know how they split up who gets what cookies, but they come with different names.
Right.
And I found that out I knew about it before, but I realized I saw it online a couple weeks ago. And
it was on TV because you went, what's a do-si-do?
Yeah. We were watching something on Food Network, and it's
that show.
it's some it was like a Girl Scout cookie bake-off, which I didn't even know they had.
I had no idea.
And they had do-si-dos. I'm like, what the heck is that? I'm like,
Or a
no.
tag-along?
Yeah. No.
I don't hear a difference. Tag-along versus tag-along.
Tag-along.
You're saying along like the organ.
No, I'm not. I put pronunciation people say Jack, I say Jack. Zach.
Zoc.
I don't hear a difference.
It's like sock with a Z. Zoc.
Sorry.
Swedish accent.
It's a little bit, yeah.
Hello, Sock.
I've gotten so much crap this semester alone from you for how I say words.
Yeah.
Want to be from a foreign country.
No, I didn't.
Rebecca just really wanted to be
When I was a
Swedish.
child, I just wanted to hear.
Oh, no.
Oh, man.
Gotta put a damper on it.
That's true, though.
Oh, my gosh. Jeez.
Oh, me and my words. And now I'm on a radio show talking.
Yeah. Words are hard, is what we
Nice.
say.
Yeah.
Words are hard.
Word hard.
Word hard. Any other questions for us, Jack?
I think I'm all good.
Any curveballs that you can throw our way? Because we've been throwing
Oh,
you
boy.
some.
That's a good point. Okay.
If you ask the same question Zach asked, I'm going to be upset.
I can't even begin to think of what he might have asked.
Zach asked, "Is water wet?"
Oh, you
And then
got into that
the
discussion,
next
huh?
one was, is cereal soup?
And then Partial went on
That's
his
a weird
soup
one.
rant. Have you heard Partial's soup rant?
Yeah, I haven't. I'm starting to agree with him. That's just gross.
You know, I'm personally a fan of soup.
I am
but
a
you ate
fan-
it when you were sick.
Yeah, I don't. I
That's why
can't-
you're
I don't
s-
just
that's
eat
why
it.
you're
I don't
sick.
eat it.
Soup nurses me back to health. It wasn't the Tylenol or anything.
I
It
would
was
agree with
definitely
that.
the soup.
Yeah, Mom makes this homemade chicken
You
noodle
know?
like everybody's mom does.
Yeah.
And it was so good.
It
And
always
that helped.
it always mends
Yeah.
mends you better than any medicine.
For sure.
But yeah, I don't know. Zach threw some curveballs. So if you have any of your own,
Okay. This is tough. I know I got questions that I should ask you.
if you want to look at some of the ones that we asked you, you want to show them the list, throw some back at us.
Yeah. Give me that thing. Pass that thing over here.
My wonderful 4-year-old iPad.
Gets the job done.
Okay. Buffalo Wild Wings or Hooters?
I have never been to Hooters.
I eat different things from both. I don't eat Hooters wings, and I don't eat B-Dubs burgers.
I have never been to Hooters, and whenever I go to B-Dubs, it's always wings.
And that's it.
I don't know. I'm trying to think of where the nearest Hooters is to where I'm from. And I think it's like an hour drive.
I don't even care. Better get over there.
So we just never made the drive, I guess. I don't know.
Okay, I got a question for you guys.
Okay.
Who spelled my last name Diarchy
Oh,
with a K?
that's so.
We've been exposed.
So for Flyer Nation, because some people said John Darcy, some people said Jack DRC, somebody said they spelled it like that.
Oh man.
So now you're just John Jack Darcy Darky.
Nice. All
was
right,
the-
I'll take that.
it
I
was
guess
the-
that's a nickname then
It
for
was
me.
the great mystery of what your name was. Because I remember before Flyer Nation, we were hearing everything else. So I remember we walk up to you
Yeah.
and we're like,
John
John
or
or Jack, Darcy or DRC.
Well, because I know we asked Frank, and he's like, oh, it's John DRC. And then we asked you, and you said Jack Darcy, and we're like,
We're
Yeah,
like,
cause
"What?"
well, I'd say Jack Darcy because everyone calls me Jack Darcy, but like legally is like my name is John DRC because that's how you pronounce it. But
Oh.
I've
I
never
was saying it right.
never been called John. Like my friends just started calling me John.
Well, then when we did player profiles,
You said
you
John.
introduced yourself as John.
because everybody knew me as John here, so I was like, I guess
Oh,
I'll say
really?
John, yeah.
Oh, got it.
Up until Flyer
That's a
Nation, we're
loop.
like, what do we call this kid?
Yeah, we're like, we know he's coming on.
I'm actually just doing this on purpose. I've just been messing with you guys the whole year so far.
First the numbers, now the name.
Oh god, the Mysterious 58
Yeah,
has,
yeah,
has screwed us up
seriously.
so many times.
So I was, thankfully I caught this, but on my website where I post the pictures, there was 58, and I'm like, oh, it's Jack. But it wasn't, you weren't on the team yet, it was Frank. So I'm like, here he is in all these pictures, and it's just Jack.
I think we were announcing it as you as well.
That's awesome.
Because he had the 58 jersey on, but he
Yeah.
still had the 11 pants.
oh
The
really?
pants and
Yeah.
the helmet, but we couldn't see it.
Yeah. So I think during the game, poor Frank, we were calling it as you. We realized it far after the fact, and we
Yeah,
It
felt
was
really
well
bad.
after you had joined the team that we're like,
Yeah.
oh, that wasn't him.
Yeah.
That's awesome. Okay. How would you guys react if you were transformed into a fish?
I knew that was coming.
And what fish would you want to transform
Ooh.
into?
Hmm.
And also, where would you want to live?
Oh, as a fish?
Yeah. And
Ah.
also, no, I'm just joking.
Oh boy.
How I would react? I don't know.
I'd probably just freak out.
I'm like awful at swimming in real life, so I'd probably.
I'm not good at it
I'd
either.
probably hope I could swim as a fish. I'd probably check that out
panicking.
first. I would be.
I'd probably steal your answer and say a shark.
I
Just
mean,
fish in general
yeah,
seem boring.
I'd be a hammerhead shark,
Oh, that would be cool. That's a good answer.
and I would live
What?
in. Oh, that's a good answer.
narwhal.
Oh, that's another good
I
one.
forgot those
What if you
existed.
became half fish? What if you became like a merman?
That would be cool.
That would-
Oh, you know what?
Being a merman.
Wake up, you have a fin.
You've
for the
just
leg.
provoked a different question for me.
Okay.
How would you
Kristen.
react if you were a centaur, half
Oh.
man/woman, half horse.
Oh, that'd be great.
That would be
I
really
love
cool.
I'm a
horses.
horse girl.
Yeah, I'm a horse girl, so that's
Would you
perfect.
carry a sword or a bow and arrow?
Oh.
Well, I'm really unathletic, so probably neither.
Have you seen a horse? Horses are athletic.
You would like
Yeah.
drop
Will be
the
athletic.
sword.
Yeah.
Rebecca
But
would
here's
drop
the thing:
it.
I'm so unathletic. But in my family went to Tennessee like 2 or 3 years ago. We went axe throwing. Guess who had the highest score?
You somehow did?
I don't know how.
Oh my gosh.
Have you guys ever been axe throwing?
I have not.
It's so much fun.
The only clip I know from axe throwing is the one online where they throw it and it
bounces
bounces off and like it hits the ground and goes right over the person's head.
Oh no.
Yeah, it's like a narrow miss.
Oh my
That's
goodness.
that's like the main clip I think of when I think of axe throwing.
That would be horrifying. If
it was
happened.
terrible, yeah. No one got harmed in it though, luckily.
Good, okay, that's good. Let's see what else. What was your answer for centaur?
Oh, how I would react?
Yeah, what would you carry?
Well, I'd go a bow and arrow.
Bow and arrow.
I think having the range would be useful.
Yeah.
You know,
Nice.
kind of avoid the threat before it gets too close.
Play it safe.
Exactly. You know, whatever it may be. I don't know
Yeah.
what I would do as a centaur though. Like, where do you go?
I don't know. I don't
like-
know how you're supposed to live your lifestyle.
Yeah,
I don't know.
I
what do you eat?
can't like go to class as half a horse.
You can't. You can't.
You know?
I guess-
Imagine trying to fit in here.
Desolate state.
Yeah, because horses are big too.
Huge.
Like, would you be like a human-sized horse or like a horse-sized horse?
I mean, like you
Like,
just
would, like, the horse
where the
shrink?
head of and the neck go to the torso of the horse. That's your waist up.
So you're gonna be about 10 hands.
There's centaur.
Because like every
Straight up
centaur you
centaur.
see in like the pictures or the movies, like they're usually just like slightly taller than a human.
Yeah.
Whereas,
that's true.
like,
well, see, I could ask you about Step Brother again, but you haven't seen it.
Come on, Reid.
There's a centaur.
oh god, because like a regular horse is really tall.
Yeah.
And then, like, do you
Depending on
just
the
like
breed, yeah.
do you just put like a regular sized human torso on top of that massive horse?
Yeah, oh yeah. It's
I
not
feel
very
like the
proportional.
I know the
You're gonna look
proportions.
weird.
Right,
Yeah.
when you turn into this giant horse, you just turn to like those miniature ponies.
Yeah.
Oh,
Yeah,
I
you're
would be so
you're a mini
upset.
horse. You're a mini
I
horse
would be a
centaur.
mini horse. Yeah, it would make getting around pretty easy.
It would.
You know?
It'd be fast.
Yeah. Yeah, you could get around a lot faster.
Yeah.
You know, late to class, just go.
You're
Dude,
fine.
we,
Yeah. Get
instead
horsepower.
of dragging all of our equipment halfway across campus, put a.
I think if I were to be a centaur, I'd be half man, half like mule, so I could put like the packs on
Yeah.
me. You know.
Okay.
You know, no need for like a backpack or anything.
Efficiency.
Exactly.
Nice.
Exactly.
Okay. Speaking of horses, have you guys ever been horseback riding?
I have not. No.
every summer. Not last summer, but yeah.
Got Rebecca the horse girl over here.
Rebecca high school and all she would draw is horses.
I'm
Oh
not
my
artistic, so that's the one thing I could
The
draw.
one thing
so
I
I
know to
would,
draw was a horse.
yeah, that and stick people. And my stick people were,
Did you draw stick centaurs?
I did not. I should probably try to draw one.
It's just like a really great
Awesome.
drawing
And then a little
of
stick
a horse
version.
body,
It's like
and then just a
one
line.
Oh.
Oh,
That would be great.
Hey, I mean, we have to take drawing for our
Oh, we do have to take
minor.
drawing. Yeah.
I'll draw one then.
There you go. You can
Nice.
draw your stick centaur. That's great.
Oh,
Oh my god.
Mom, hang that one on the fridge.
Yeah, that would be a work of art.
No, the last picture I gave her to hang up on the fridge is now in the garbage.
Wow,
Unreal.
that's tough.
Unreal.
What was it a picture of?
Guess.
A
A
horse.
horse.
Yeah.
Come on.
She's like, thanks, sweetie.
This is number.
Trash.
This is number 50 this week.
No.
our whole fridge is covered in horses.
Oh.
Rebecca.
No, it's covered in pictures of my
You
brothers.
really gotta cool it. There's no pictures of you.
There's very few of
awesome.
me.
It's
I didn't play a lot of sports growing
It's just
up.
Rebecca's horses and then pictures
Then
of your
picture of
brother.
you.
Yeah.
Like it's like your brother playing soccer and then like a horse.
Oh yeah, that's our daughter.
The family photo.
It's our daughter.
You're not even in the family photo. It's just a horse.
Oh my god.
Wow.
Oh.
That's hilarious.
Oh my god. You're just personified horse girl.
Probably.
Oh my gosh.
That's
Wow.
awesome.
That got off the rails. And any other questions for us, Jack?
I think I'm all
I
good.
think you're all good.
Yeah.
Well, I think. Do you have anything to add? I'm trying to think. One thing that I was curious about after filming today.
Yeah.
What does off-season training look like? You know, like has stuff started yet, or is that more like summer stuff, or
Like individually or as a whole unit?
just in? Or,
Or
let's do
general?
both.
Okay, so as a team, nothing quite yet. Other than like guys going into the gym on a regular basis, like by themselves, or whether it's with like a teammate or something.
Sure.
So until Hell Week, it's usually kind of like on your own.
Okay.
Individually though, for me, try to work out now. I'll work out like 5 times a week.
Okay.
Whether it be with my brother or I go to a CrossFit gym with one of my brothers and my sister-in-law.
Okay.
And then I work out at a different gym with my brother. So just kind of keeping in shape or trying to get stronger until Hell Week, and
Sure.
then once Hell Week and the season starts, then it's just kind of maintained. So
What do you all do on ice training wise during the off season? Is there anything the team does on ice, or is it mostly individual?
I don't think so. We were thinking about organizing a men's league team though.
Oh,
just
there
so
you
that
go.
way, yeah, we keep skating and stuff. So
Yeah.
we might end up doing that.
Okay.
But other than that, probably just like sticking pucks and rat
Sure.
hockey and stuff, because those are usually pretty fast paced with kids home from college.
Sure.
So,
Sure.
just stuff like that.
Sure. One other thing that I thought of.
Yeah.
So season's wrapped up. You guys made the playoffs this year. What will next year? What's your prediction for next year? What can fans expect from Flyers hockey?
I think fans could expect. I think they can expect us to take care of business more often.
Okay.
Because like I don't know if you noticed, but we'd had a few split weekends where it really
Sure.
probably shouldn't have been.
Sure.
So I think we're gonna probably take it one game, one practice at a time, as opposed to looking so far in the future. Granted,
Sure.
we do have that goal of wanting to make it 2 and through playoffs, but we also have to get there first. So I
Yep.
think just as a unit, just slowing it down, taking it
Taking it
day
one
by
game at a
day,
time
yeah.
and cleaning up.
Yeah, I think probably like for this year's playoffs, our biggest problem was that we were focused on Marion before Marquette.
Okay.
And obviously we played Marquette first, so
Sure.
I think next year it'll probably be a little different. Just
Sure.
focus on what's right in front
Well,
of you.
we've seen kind of the the energy you guys play with.
Yeah.
And it's no secret that you guys are gonna take what you did this season, build on it, and come back hungrier than ever next season.
Yeah, absolutely.
Which would be great to see. We look forward to it.
Yeah, cool.
Perfect. Well, this has been what episode are we? Is this 6?
See, David, Colton, Justin,
Dylan and Zach.
yeah,
Is
so
5? 5. Episode 5.
Lucky number 5. You guys got some good content on this one.
This has been episode 5 of the Dump and Chase podcast with Jack Darcy. Jack, thanks for coming on
Thank you for having me.
tonight. We'll be back in 2 weeks because we have spring break next week. Oh, forgot to ask. Any spring break plans?
No spring break plans.
No spring break
Taking
plans.
it easy. Yeah,
Taking it easy.
Got my niece's birthday party. So
Okay.
Probably be the highlight.
Sure, fair enough. Just laying low. Perfect. We'll be back after spring break with Matt Morrow
and hopefully Made.
and Nick Made, if he checks his group me. Nick, if you're listening, you have a message in your inbox waiting from Rebecca.
I think he's read it.
If you don't answer, I will take your spot.
You've offered, Dylan's offered, Zach's offered.
We have plenty of fill-ins, but we would love to have you on the show, Nick. So this has been...
stay home, Nick. I want to stay on. I want to come back on here.
This has been episode 5 of the Dump and Chase. You can find it on YouTube. I don't know, probably won't be for a while because we go on break. Whenever.
I'll be here over break at one point.
Got it.
So.
It'll be up soon. End of the week. We'll give Rebecca the deadline.
Yeah.
It'll be up by the end of the week.
End of the week is tomorrow.
Because if we don't put a deadline on it, it'll be up in like a month.
No.
But it'll be up on YouTube eventually. But as for us, that is it. We'll be back in 2 weeks. Make sure to tune in then. But thanks for tuning in tonight. And this has been the Dump and Chase podcast, 88.1 FM, WLA The Start, Lewis University in Romeoville, Illinois. Have a fantastic night.